Well, hello there, everybody. I see you all have been waiting on your auntie. It is so good to be back. Hello, Tasha Smith, and to everybody else who is out there. We are in part 12 of our Monday marathon, talking all things 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, Season 3, Episode 5, The Blame Game, Sleepless in Morocco. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been with me from day A, I appreciate you and love you to pieces. I wanted to say a special shout out to Gypsy Horse Rescue. Again, that name is Gypsy Heart Horse Rescue. Thank you so much for your generous donation to your auntie. And if any of you all are interested in what they do, I'm going to let me put my glasses on and type that name in, and you can go and visit the her website. She is one of your cousins, and she is doing great things in Texas rescuing horses. And so I wanted to give a real big shout out to her. If you're interested, no obligation whatsoever to do it. There was one of your nieces by the name of Catwoman who asked me to sing a song. And I know a lot of you all, Missouri love beauty and fragrance. And a couple of people have asked me, Auntie, you didn't sing, you didn't really sing. So this young lady gave me a song that she wanted me to sing. Because of copyright strikes, I cannot sing the entire song. So I'm just going to sing a little bit of it. I promised her that, excuse me, that I would sing. Yes, Cat, and this is live. Welcome, sweetie. Um, so I'm going to sing a little bit of it for you, Catwoman, and not a lot because, again, like I said, I cannot sit out here and cover somebody's music. Okay, so I'm gonna sing just a little bit. All right, so here we go. I think I've actually sung this before, so if you go back to one of my old videos, you will be able to see it. Okay, so here we go. Memories. I gotta put my glasses on because I don't know the words all the way. Light the corners of my mind. Misty watercolor memories of the way we were. Ooh, scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind. Smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Okay, that's it. Okay. Catwoman, I'm sorry. I cannot sing a lot of it. I have to absolutely just sing just um little teeny bit of it. Okay. So I'm hoping that that was enough for you. I know I rushed through it and all of that, but I'm giving you the best that I got, honey. I hang everything on my wedding ring. I'm giving it to you, baby. Yeah. Ooh. All righty, y'all. Okay, so we're going to go ahead on and get into this review. I am only going to do a little bit of the review, and the rest is going to be up to you. You, the viewers, you, my nieces and my nephews. I'm going to open up the phone lines and give you an opportunity to call in and to voice your opinion about the Nicole Azan situation. As we all know, yesterday we sat there and we looked at this thing unwind with Nicole. We saw her, basically, preparing to leave to go to Morocco to be with the lover of her soul, Azan. Okay. So, basically, she goes to the church and Nicole visits the church because her mom has suggested that she speak with the pastor. And so she goes and she visits this church and she sits down with a pastor and she is going through quote unquote marriage counseling. How you can do marriage counseling when the other partner is not sitting at the table, I don't know. Maybe this is their way. We see Nicole, have dialogue with the pastor. Of course, we didn't get all the ins and outs. We got what TLC decided not to throw down on the editor's floor. And so basically, she's talking about what she really wants out of this relationship is communication. And Azan said he wants the same, but more importantly for him, he wants her to recognize that there's a culture difference, that they don't do things the same way in Morocco as they do here in the United States. She can't be kissing him on the street or expecting him to kiss her. And so, he said that basically, holding hands would suffice. And when he's holding hands with her, this I'm trying not to, I'm so trying to be serious. He says that, holding hands um is equivalent to kissing. Okay. Okay, so watch your babies. You see. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna try to. So basically, this is a new way of loving for them. Nicole says that she can handle this. The pastor tells Nicole that she has to be 100% and brutally honest with Azan, and that they have to build trust, and that she has to love and trust him unconditionally, almost barbarically. No, boo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Pastor. No disrespect, but I can't agree to that. I don't agree with that whatsoever. I don't believe that I have to love this guy and trust him. Now, brutally honest, even that I kind of get a side eye to, because something you have to make, you have to be sure that you're not hurting the other person's feelings. Things that you have to say to your partner, you may have to say in another season, at another time, in a gentle way, and being brutally honest is just not going to cut it all the time. And a wise woman knows that, and a wise man knows that. There's no if, ands, or buts about that. You have to use wisdom when you are talking to your spouse about things. I don't know where this pastor, what handbook she's coming out of. I really don't. No, do I believe that you have to be a liar? Absolutely not. But I believe that there's a time and a season for everything. And I think that you have to be wise enough to know when that is. And I think there's some things you have to be, it has to be seasoned with grace and with love. You know, there's a scripture in the Bible, and I'm not here to preach, y'all know I'm not, but it's one of my favorite scriptures that I kind of grew up with, and that's Ephesians 4 and 29. And it says, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying the person who is listening. And I do believe that, you have to edify people, especially those people that you say that you love and people that you say that you care about and you respect them, you have to make sure that the communication that is coming out of your mouth is not communication that's going to tear somebody down. Like when Ozon walks around and laughs and jokes and calls, Nicole allegedly the hamburglar because she eats a lot of hamburgers in Morocco. See, that stuff, that's corrupt communication. That's the kind of communication that's going to destroy somebody in the inside. And although she keeps up this facade of being happy and totally in love with him and forgiving and trusting and all of that, we can tell that she's not. She's very guarded as it relates to him. She can't really communicate with her family or really with her friends. She can't really articulate her feelings because there's so many things that she's had to over time push down. And as women especially, we learn how to push down and to swallow our feelings and our emotions so that everybody else can be okay. But at the end of the day, when we sit by ourselves or sit and look in the mirror and really take a self-evaluation, we realize that we're filled with hurt and disappointment and a regret in a lot of areas in our life. And I know I'm talking to somebody out there. Okay, I know I'm talking to somebody else out there because that is what we learn how to do. And we have, over the process of time, we have watched Nicole really just disintegrate. The person that she is and the person that she was is no longer there. Her whole entire being, her whole existence is to please Azan. It is not to please herself, not to please May. Her house is a hot tail mess. And just everything that she does is for the love of this man. And I understand being in love, and I understand all of that. And I understand that some people may not find love here in the United States, or you may not find love where you live. But I tell you what, the love that you do find has to be love that is mutual, based on mutual respect, mutual admiration, mutual trust, mutual honesty. I mean, just a total mutually regarding and loving and collaborating and working and compromising with each other. And this is not the relationship that Nicole finds herself in. Nicole finds herself in a relationship with Azan that she's the giver. She's the giver of all things. She's the giver of compassion. She's the giver of encouragement. She's giving all these things while this man and money and resources and time, and this man is just draining her and draining her of her beauty, of her youth, of all the things that has made Nicole Nicole. I went back and I looked at Nicole's Instagram page, and boy, has she aged almost like a president. You understand what I'm saying? With the world on her shoulder. She has aged so much in the last year in her pictures. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And the thing about a woman is stress and stress over things that we cannot change, stress over people that we cannot change adds undue wrinkles and age and stress to our bodies, and it just strips us of all of our beauty. And we see Nicole now being a woman who is beautiful. Every woman is beautiful, but because we see all the messiness and all the things that she's allowing Azan to do to her, we don't even see the beauty that lies within her. We don't see the beauty that's on the outside. All we see is a big fat glob of a woman who is inappropriately dressing for a wedding in Morocco. We see, just this woman who has no regard and no respect for her environment, for the people who are around her, for her village of people who are standing up behind her and trying to support her in everything she does. And what we see that support of that village is we see a village who is enabling her to just let her tent go up in smoke. And the mother reference, going up in smoke. And I'm just really concerned about her because there is nothing about her that says that I'm a whole woman, that I care about me, that I reverence my own self first. I take care of myself. I'm preserving myself. I am working on me so that I can work on someone else. I am taking care of my child first. I'm doing first things first. I am taking care of this kingdom so I can build a kingdom with a man. Instead, we see this woman who looks like a walking, moving, breathing ATM machine. And so over the time period, the viewers have learned and have gotten to the point where we don't have any respect for this woman when actually she is and is due respect and honor, when she is honorable and respectable. And we're not seeing that. We're just seeing a woman who is allowing a man to manipulate her. We're seeing a woman who's wearing her self-esteem as a chain and a choker around her neck, totally squeezing the very life out of her. And we are wanting so bad for her to change her life. We are wanting so bad for her to wake up. We are wanting so bad for her to make good decisions and better decisions. We are wanting so bad for her to save her daughter. We are wanting so bad for Nicole to rise up and wake, wake up from your sleep and from your slumber. This is what we're wanting. And instead of wanting that and communicating that, we're communicating out of our hurt, out of our disappointment. We're calling her fat and we're calling her stupid and we're calling her slow. We're saying hashtag save baby May because we have found ourselves with our hands behind our back, helpless. We can't help her. Ain't nothing we can do. You know that song, Don't Save Her. She don't want to be saved. She doesn't want to be saved. Everybody that is in Nicole's life is trying to save Nicole. And she is like, you know what, let the ship roll on. I'm gonna stay out here in the sea with this life jacket, halfway on my fat ass and halfway off. She's drowning, and we all are watching this girl drown. And then we see her sitting in the living room having a conversation with Azan, and I mean with her girlfriend on the telephone, who now tells her the man that you love, the man that you have made all these sacrifices for, the man that you have been taking care of for 2 years is now on the internet in that audio tape of his voice, and he saying he's saying stuff to some other woman, and Nicole is like, what are you talking about? And so she gets up and she goes, into the bathroom because she has nowhere else to hide because the cameramen are all in her faces. So she goes into this bathroom, and now she's listening to this man talk about how he wants to kiss somebody. How what did you dream about last night? The kiss was good and all of this. So kind. He's sleepless in Morocco. Take your ass to sleep. Sleep, little ones, go to sleep. Sleep. You don't have to be up late at night and waking up early in the morning. And Nicole is crying and she's sounding like, a car that just won't start. She's turning, how you just keep turning and it's it just won't catch. The starter won't catch. And you know what? The starter of her heart. And then she sits there and she tells this man that, she's heard this audio tape, and he says he swears to God. He swears to God that it ain't him. And then when she tells him it's undeniably your voice, now all of a sudden he comes up with these other little reasons why it could be him. And then we see in the previews from next week that he sits there and has the nerve to say, I didn't think Nicole would find it. I thought so little of her. I thought so little of this American girl that I've been using for money that I didn't even think she would be smart enough to find it. But what about her friend circle? So that lets me know that you don't even think her parents are intelligent, because you're probably thinking if her parents were intelligent, they would stop her from behaving this way. If her parents and all of those people who are around her, her village, who has raised her and watched her come up as a little girl, including her grandfather, who has allowed her to stay in this place, he don't have no respect for them either. Because even if Nicole didn't find it, somebody had found it. I have people all the time finding stuff for me, sending it to me in my auntie's 2 cents at gmail.com inbox. It's mighty funny. Allegedly, Azan kisses people in public. Allegedly. Other women who are just a little slimmer and just a little smarter, but they're not smart either because they have found themselves being Western Unions and open ATMs and PNCs and Chevy Chase and all kinds of banks to this man, the bank of Azan. Azan should be filthy rich, but he's not. Because we see Nicole as she goes to the airport and walks through the airport, complaining and fussing with him on the phone because he is calling her and harassing her about $200 that she did not send to him. She doesn't want to have the conversation with him because at the end of the day, Nicole has walked into a new reality. A reality that the man that she loves just does not, maybe not, love her as much as she believes that he does. The man that she loves has taken the words that she longs to hear and has given them to another woman. And so she sits on the phone and she tells Azan, I want you to say those things to me. I want you to love me like that. I trusted you. I'm on my way to be with you. You don't care. And let me tell you something about the world and about life. What goes around comes back around. Whatsoever you sow into the ground, you're going to also reap. You're going to create an harvest. What you do unto others will certainly be done unto you. There is no way of escaping karma. There is no way of that stuff not coming back. And though Nicole may not be the one who gets restitution, somebody will. Because there's going to come a time in Azan's life when every seed that he has sown and every lie that he has told is going to come back and bite him straight in his Moroccan ass. It is what it is until it ain't what it ain't. And this hated that there were multiple reasons why Azan did not get his K1 visa. And that the one of the main reasons he didn't was because of the fight that he and Nicole had in Morocco. That they had been watching him and became very suspicious of him because they watched him call her all kinds of names, talk about her to other women, say how he did not love her. He only loved her 50%. And so, and now this is coming from out of the Inquisitor, okay? You sit on television and you say that you love somebody 50%, but yet you go down to the consulate. You go to in Casablanca and you file for a K1 visa and they've seen you on TLC. So you blew your chances being fake and phony. And so instead of Nicole sitting back and telling the truth about the matter, about knowing why this man, okay, allegedly knowing why this man's visa was denied, she goes and finds another way to be with someone who doesn't love her. Don't let that be your testimony. Love is kind, it's gentle, it's long suffering, it's patient. Love endures. It's not easily provoked. It's not fretful and it ain't angry. That's not love. And if you're in a relationship with somebody and those are not the characteristics of love that you are receiving, you are in a loveless relationship. You are. Love doesn't boast of itself. It's not selfish. And it doesn't take an account of evil done to it. That's not what love does. And yes, we all have had an opportunity to, to act a, just 1 second, y'all, to act a plum fool. Okay, so thank you for I'm watching some of this conversation that is going on in my box. Something told me to put the pause on this for the cause. And what we're not going to do is attack each other in the comments, okay? Now, don't let Auntie have to call you up because although I am, I'm a little piped down today, I will pipe up. Let me tell you something, honey. You can turn the heat up underneath me being disrespectful over here in these comments. I'm telling you right now, if you want the best of me, y'all need to, you need to cut this kind of line of conversation that's going on over here in this box. You're gonna cut that out because I personally will go in here and get to blocking and deleting mofos like I don't know what. Now I ain't calling you mofos. I'm saying the conversations that you having over here, it got me a little feeling a little kind of way. So mango smoothie, all of this stuff you're talking about with what you can and you can't do, unless you got a degree behind this and you got actual facts. Then boo, this little line of stuff that what you're talking about out here on the side, it's going to stop because I don't need you or anybody else to get offended in my box, and I'm telling you that. So you ask me what is wrong, that's what's wrong. The line of what you all are talking about is I don't want anybody in here uncomfortable. So unless you got a book that you're able to Xerox and fax or put insert in here to validate what you're saying is your opinion. And we appreciate your opinion out here, but I don't want anybody out here offended, okay? So I'm telling y'all this right here, y'all get ready to stop. I welcome you here, boo. I welcome you here, but I'm not having it where people got to feel like they got to be arguing back and forth with you and you doing all caps and all kinds of stuff out here. Don't do that. Don't do that. I will shut this whole con freaking video down. Y'all know that y'all the ones that been with me. Y'all know I will shut this down. Now, if you want to come in the comment section and say it, that's fine. But when you out here, you're not going to do that. I warned your little ass. I warned your little ass. Who you telling to go and read a book? Girl. You care, mango smoothie. That's why your bitch ass here. You care. That's why you here. Where are my moderators? Excuse me, y'all. Lena. Okay, I need you to make sure that mango smoothie gets a little bumpy. Because I'm telling you, I'm not playing with the trolls. That's right. We need a blog party. Thank you, Marie. Y'all need to do what y'all got to do so I can do what I got to do. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, before I was, why you gotta be so insecure? Yeah. When I did, okay. So anyway, we see Nicole, basically, has given up basically on really wanting love, really wanting respect, really wanting all of those things because her self-esteem by this man and just hoping and wishing and praying is gone. And so when the Inquisitor article that I read, goes into detail about why this man was rejected. Okay. They didn't even look at the cotton freaking application to enough to even deny it. They rejected it based on I only love her 50%, the fighting that occurred there, the gossip that has been going around, the informants who have been basically snitching, dry snitching on that ass and saying, basically he's been dating women from other places. If they can find out this information, don't you all think that Nicole know? Nicole know. And that's one thing about a broken vessel. A broken vessel will always try to hold water in it. And don't think that everybody realizes that it's dripping, that there's cracks in it and that stuff is oozing out. And so we're looking at Nicole and we're seeing all the water oozing out of her cracked and broken vessel. Women, let me tell you something. When you are broken, when you just don't really take care of yourself and your whole self-esteem is just shot the hell in a handbasket, we know. We see the broken vessel that you are. We see all of your stuff oozing out. It's up to you to receive the help, the glue, the tape, or whatever it is that's going to help you contain the things that you need until you get fixed and totally healed. We see it. This isn't just Nicole's story. This is all of our story. There is no way in the world that you're going to be able to hide brokenness because brokenness turns into bitterness. Bitterness turns into anger, and anger turns into hate. Okay. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for the super chat, Ashley. Just wanted to say hi. I love you, boo. That's right, Lori Brown. She said, I've been broken, been healed. Let me tell you all something. We are looking at a broken vessel. When a woman will take her last dime and spend it on a man who cares nothing about her, why wouldn't that man take advantage of her? And then instead of her getting, sometimes God will intervene on your behalf. He will say, whoever you believe God to be will intervene on your behalf and make things plain for you and cut people off in situations, I'm saying, just cut them off for you. And instead of Nicole getting that sign from God to say, you know what, skirt, it's time to put the brakes on, she goes to a crystal ball reader, allegedly, and gets her palm read and a couple of tarot cards played out on the table for her. And now she's sitting up there and now she has the plan. The plan is to go and take your baby that you, to me, in my opinion, have taken care of anyway. You go and take this baby out to Morocco for a year. You disassociate yourself. You take yourself away from your family, your friends, and everything you know for a man who ain't worked a day in 2 years, who is draining you of all your money and your resources. You're so embarrassed about this man. You can't have a conversation with anybody. And then you go to a wedding shop and you put a dress on that's unbecoming because you don't see the inward beauty in yourself. So you use the gifts that God has given you, and you take the form, and you want to take this and lift this up. Why do y'all think in the summertime and in the springtime you see these women with these coochie cutting dresses on and these boobs hanging all the way out and just want to expose everything because they don't have anything in the inside that makes their head lift up and say, I am a beautiful woman. I am wonderfully and uniquely made and created by God, and I got work. I am valuable to not only myself, but to my community. I have something to give at the table, and I am willing to take away something from the table. I am willing to take wisdom from the older women who have already walked this walk. This girl, anytime you out there showing your boobies like that, you have no self-value. You don't know your worth. The women in Morocco are beautifully covered. Some of them don't like it and some of them do. But when I see them here in this country in their cultural garb, I'm telling you, they are beautiful. They don't have to have everything exposed. I don't have to expose everything, and I know damn well I'm a beautiful woman, worthy of praise and worthy of honor. I walk in my queenship. I have something to bring to the table and something to take away. And if you have wisdom in you, I don't care how old you are, you can speak to this old woman. And I won't be offended about anything that you have to say because I know that I can eat the meat and throw away the bones. I am mature enough to walk in my own glory, the glory that God has given me from the time that He formed me in my mama's womb to this very day. I know that I am a wonderful work of art, hand created and crafted by a God who knows me and knows my worth. Okay, y'all. Thank you, Bertha Jackson, for the $10 super chat. Love you, Auntie. Keep doing what you do. Okay. Nicole is a woman. Nicole is a woman. She doesn't act like a woman, but she is a woman. She is giving birth to a child. And she may not be a mature woman. She may not be a wise woman, but she's a woman nevertheless. She is not a little girl anymore. And that's what the story that she believes. That's why she doesn't walk in her independence. She doesn't walk in her queenship. She doesn't walk with her crown sitting high up on her head because she has been told the story over and over that she's a dumb, young, simple-minded, ignorant little girl. Even the things that her family have said about her grandfather, her stepfather, her father, me, you, all of us, the things that we have said about her has caused her self-esteem to be low. But the one that has really taken it down low is her man. The man that is supposed to reverence her, who's supposed to take care of her and honor her as Christ honors the church. See, I feel like I'm about to. I'm going to open up these phone lines so that you all can call in on the phone lines and we can get this conversation started. Don't call right now because they're not open right now. Thank you, Lori Brown. You are a blessing to us, Auntie. I thank you. Thank you, Lori Brown, for the $2 super chat. Thank you, boo. So I'm going to open up the phone lines. I want to hear what you all have to say about Nicole and about what I've said. Nicole has gotten to the point where, her mother and Nicole is now, they're at the point of wishing that this thing is real. What kind of relationship is that? To wish that a person is real in your life. You know you in trouble. So let me open up this phone line real quick. Let me get everything prepared. Somebody called as soon as. Hello, caller. You are on with Auntie.
Hey, it's Marie here. I got through to you. My kids are freaking out because I can't believe how quick I was on the dial.
I was still setting up, Marie, and that phone got to ring, and I said, okay. Hello.
Hi. Now, I have a very sensitive theory from raising children and being around girls like this growing up. Why Nicole's mother is permitting this to go on and why Nicole is behaving this way.
Well, one of the things that I saw when Nicole was at the mom's house with the suitcase, did you notice that the mom's house was just as dirty and cluttered as Nicole's?
That's a dirty and cluttered soul.
Did you notice Nicole's mother's house, though? Did you notice Robalie's house?
Yes, I saw all of that stuff out on the counters and everywhere. Yes. There's not a space to put anything.
She is just as jacked up as her mother. And we didn't have the opportunity to watch her mother's story, but she's just as jacked up as her mother is. And I mean, when I saw the house, I said, okay, case closed. That is exactly why Nicole's that way. And guess what? The cycle will continue.
Yes.
It's going to continue because Nicole has not done any better than what her mother has. I don't know what the mother backstory is, but I think that she's grown up just as privileged as Nicole, just as enabled as Nicole is. And
well,
go ahead, baby.
Well, from what I have witnessed growing up years ago, and from also raising children and whatever have you, the mother is guilt parenting. And Nicole, I believe, had been under some sexual abuse as a child, perhaps through one of her mom's boyfriends. And the mother is guilt parenting her daughter through this and can't say no, also because she doesn't want Nicole to have a big breakdown and publicly announce to the world what traumas and what she has gone through as a child. And it's manifesting in her weight, manifesting in her low self-esteem, and her needing to control Azan through money. Because what mother in her right mind would permit a wedding dress to be purchased like that for a Muslim country? What a waste of money. She can't stand up to her daughter because she knows her daughter is going to have like a full conniption breakdown and it be manifested to the world what the mother had permitted Nicole to go through as a child.
Wow. And so you think that she's been through some trauma? I don't see that.
I from the weight gain and her controlling her mother, being very controlling over her mother. Her mother is she's got something over her mom. And if you are scared of your child blabbing something, if you are in fear of your child, you give in to whatever you can just to shut them up. The mother cannot say no to Nicole for anything because the mother is terrified of what Nicole is going to have. She's got something on her mom. She's got some dirt on her mom, and her mom is terrified that that's going to come out. So it's better just to feed it ice cream, better just to give her $1,000 for a dress and not say that's improper and disrespectful for the country you're going to. There's no way Dan's family is going to permit her to wear that in public.
You don't think that the mother is basically, you don't think that this is a result of a divorce and that Nicole has been just trying to play both parents against each other and have become spoiled as a result of that?
No, definitely not. She's got dirt on her mom. Her mom, something happened to Nicole from a grandparent. Something happened to Nicole, and Nicole has been using that as leverage over her mother. And her mother just is guilt parenting and just wants Nicole to shut up about it and it not become public, and is just buying Nicole off and letting Nicole do whatever she wants to do so the mother doesn't have to face her own crap that had gone down when Nicole was young. Other than that, Nicole has brain damage. I don't know. But the mother is covering it up. These are guilt presents. The mother can't say no to her daughter. She's terrified of her daughter.
Wow.
Because I have seen this go down. When I was a kid, it wasn't until years after I realized that a couple of my friends were sexually abused, one from a stepfather, and they would be so rude and so demanding to their mothers, and their mothers would just cower down and just give hand over fist whatever that girl was demanding. The mom doesn't have to face the severity of what they permitted to go down and try to brush under the carpet. And then when these girls had babies of their own, that's when they started to press charges or adopted father. They were 3, 4, 7, 8 years old.
Okay, well, I thank you so much.
It doesn't even have to be. It doesn't even have to be a father. It could have been an uncle, a cousin, a babysitter, the next door neighbor. But Nicole has leverage on her mom, and her mom is guilt parenting. That's guilt parenting. And I've been there. Like, I have a bunch of kids, and I would just, when I felt guilty about something they had gone through that I couldn't stop, nothing that serious. I mean, it may not be that serious, but rather than stand up to them and no is no out of feeling guilt, I would just rather just give in that moment for something, small when they were younger. And that was the wrong thing.
Well, I tell you what, thank you so much for your theory. You got this phone line blowing up. I got a feeling there's some sisters out here that's like, auntie, let me get in here. So thank you so much
for reading to your kids. You run, lady. It's great hearing you. Have an awesome evening.
Love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Whoa, what a theory. Okay. And okay. Well, hello, caller. You are on with Auntie. Hello, caller. You're on with Auntie.
Hi, Auntie.
Hi, who is this?
This is Tiffany.
Hi, Tiffany. How are you, sweetie?
I'm good. I binge watched all your videos until this new season, so I'm really, really excited.
Okay, what you want to talk about? You want to talk about Nicole?
Yes.
Okay, just 1 second.
Please. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, sweetie.
I was wondering if Nicole had like autism or maybe an intellectual disability, because with that you can act years younger than your actual age. So I'm wondering what you think about that.
I don't know. I think that came up before. I really don't know. I'm not a doctor or anything, so I would hate to be diagnosed as someone. Um, like I just don't think that I have that ain't my place to judge that, and I would hate to say something like that and then not be true. I just think that her self-esteem is extremely low, and that's why we're seeing what we're seeing from Nicole. I don't know about all about her being artistic or anything because I don't have any professional background to even diagnose that.
I just meant based on how she acts and how her thought process. But I guess you're right. I'm no doctor either. It just crossed my mind.
But you're not by yourself. A lot of people have written that in the comments. So you are not standing alone. Trust and believe. A lot of people believe the same thing.
The last lady said brain damage.
Did you say brain damage?
No, the last lady said that.
I don't know. Thank you so much for calling in, though, Tiffany. I love you, and thanks so much for being such a faithful niece.
Thanks, Auntie. Love your show. Take care.
I love you, boo. Y'all are calling in. Okay, next caller. That's right. Woo, boy. Hello, caller. You are on with Auntie.
Hey, Auntie, it's me, Amanda. I've been watching Nicole since the first time she went to Morocco.
Okay.
And I can see a pattern, and she's got the lowest of the lowest self-esteem. I have seen a pattern that Ozem likes to lie to her face, and you are the best tea that you're the best videos I've watched.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And I would look forward to you and my cousins every week. And I just can't wrap my head around Nicole this season. She's causing me a lot of doubt. When she went to the pastor last night, she hit the spots pretty good about the trust and the communication. There's absolutely none of that in her relationship, and they both caused a whole bunch of damage inside the relationship, and I don't think it could ever be repaired.
That is so true. So what do you think about?
I mean,
Go ahead, sweetie.
I have just seen so many people. They have caused so much damage, and I don't understand how she can, instead of just sitting down and just communicating with him, she has to push him all the way. She has to just lay her hands on him, and I don't think somebody should ever have a person laying their hands on him.
Mm-hmm.
And I see so much of Danielle in her. It's just that the relationship is beyond repair at this point.
Well, she's getting ready to marry him. She's getting ready to marry him.
Yeah, I've got my doubts about that.
Okay. Well, we're going to wait and see, aren't we?
Well, I give it a month before he pulls another Momo. Mohammed.
Absolutely.
I give it a month because he's going to pull another Momo, and it's going to flip her world.
inside out.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You know, and with all these, I can't really say the word, but with all this stuff that's coming out this season, it's just feeding the fire. You know, with her stepdad, just laying it on sort of thick, and we, from the viewers looking inside, we all, when she says that the financial part is none of our business, and then she goes onto her Instagram and puts all the stuff that we don't know her and all this other stuff. But how can we don't know when you are the one, when she's the one that goes on national TV and literally puts her life on national TV?
True.
You know, and it's just, the only way I'm surviving this season is with your videos.
Oh, why?
You know, and I look forward to the live chats. I didn't really know how to do this, so I saw your number and I was like, I'm going to give this a shot. So I love you, Auntie.
You did a great job, boo-boo. I love you.
Have a very good night.
You too, okay?
All right.
Bye.
Bye, Auntie.
Bye, boo. A man, Alma C, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you. Is it Ama or Alma? Thank you so much, sweetie, for the super chat. I'm trying to tell you, y'all have been calling in. Y'all is like, Auntie, I got something I need to say out there. So, okay, we got a next caller. I'm loving this. Okay, caller, you are on with Auntie.
Hey, Auntie, I can't believe I got through.
Yes, you got through. It's a bunch of missed calls on here. So, who is this? Who am I speaking with?
Hi. So I just
who am I speaking with?
I know it's really fun. This is Michelle. Michelle Rodriguez. This is Michelle.
Yes, Michelle Rodriguez. Hi,
hey. All right. I know everybody's been talking about Nicole's self-esteem and all of that, but I am actually worried about her safety. She's going over there with her kid with no money, so she basically has nothing to offer Ozan anymore, to a foreign country where she doesn't even know she doesn't know the language. She has no support over there. And then for what? I mean, if something were to go wrong, what is she going to do? Even if she were to call her mom to buy her a ticket, does she know how to call a taxi, to get her to the airport? What is she going to do? And not only that, you were just talking about how Americans can be looked at like a target in other countries that I totally agree with. I mean, she sticks out like a sore thumb. She is super white. She's always making a scene and making a spectacle of herself. And she's going over there and just hoping for the best. And this man, obviously doesn't care about her and is not going to be protecting her in that situation.
Well, somebody in the comments section named Cynthia Abreu says Morocco is so safe. She disagrees. But you can be a target. I don't care how safe a community is. And so I agree with you, and the thing about it is she's over there putting her hands on somebody. And so I don't care how safe a community is. Domestic violence here in the United States is the same thing over there. You don't put your hand on no man, you know what I'm saying, over there in a foreign country or anywhere else. You don't put your paws on nobody. He's not her property. So you're absolutely correct. I agree with you. I'm concerned about her safety and the safety of her baby.
I know.
I'm
just worried, if she actually did find herself in a bad situation, what is she going to do? What can she do? And Azan knows this. She's in a totally, totally vulnerable situation going over there. And she's not even offering him any money anymore. What is his incentive to actually take care of her at this point? Look, I'm Dominican. I just went to Dominican Republic, and I don't feel super safe. I had to call a taxi to take me to the airport. I was a little bit worried because the guy knows that I'm an American, and people just assume that Americans have money or something to offer them. So, I mean, I don't know.
Wow. But that's a good point. I thank you so much for calling in, Miss Rodriguez.
All right, Auntie. Nice talking to you. Bye,
You
cousin.
too, boo. Have a wonderful night.
Bye, you too.
Bye, boo. Mwah. Hello, caller. You are on with Auntie. Hi, caller. You're on with Auntie.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Auntie. It's Cynthia Abreu.
Hi, Cynthia. Hi,
Girl, do
Cynthia.
I have experience in this subject?
No, where's Cynthia?
Hello?
Is it Cynthia?
No, this is.
Okay, wait a minute, you all. Hold on 1 second. Oh my goodness. Your auntie is over here jacking up. Cynthia?
No, this is Lily. Hi, Auntie.
Hi, sweetie. How are you? I'm sorry. I hung up on Cynthia.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have gotten in.
That's okay, sweetie.
How are you, Auntie? You're doing well?
I am doing well.
Hi,
How are
cousin.
you?
I'm good. I'm actually from Morocco. I'm a Moroccan American. And if I may, please, Auntie, just make awareness of some things that I've been seeing in the comments as far as Morocco goes. If I may,
Yes, yes, you may.
one person said that I don't mean to make this religious stuff, but one person in the comment was saying you have to convert to Islam to marry a Muslim in Morocco. That is not true. A man can marry a non-Muslim, but a woman cannot. Okay? As far as safety, Morocco is the safest Arabic Muslim country in the world. We have like what you call CIA in here. We call it mukhabarat in Arabic. We have number one in the world. They even come to the U.S. and they train the police officers and the intelligence in the U.S. from Morocco. Second, Moroccans are very, very, very welcoming. They're very nice to other people from other cultures, especially Americans. Moroccans love Americans. As far as Nicole, if she gets to any trouble, all she has to do is call the embassy, and they will literally send the car, even if she's in a cave somewhere. You know?
Oh,
And
really?
of course, our king, we have a very, very nice king, and he made sure that the only Arabic Muslim country, if you lay a hand on a woman, you will go 10-year sentence to prison, which is unheard of in Arabic Muslim countries. But Morocco is different in that way because our king went to school in the US as well as Europe. So I don't see her in danger. Now he's taking advantage of her. He's using her for her money and for eventually a green card. We can all see that. That's after her that she can't see it, which is sad. I feel very sad for her. And I'm so upset at Azon that he portrays our culture and our country in that light. People don't take advantage of other people like that over there. That's all I wanted to share. And I hope I brought some awareness to everyone else that keeps wondering. Morocco is not Saudi Arabia.
That is
It's
absolutely.
very different.
And
Yes,
you know what?
Auntie, I didn't hear you.
And you know what? And we needed to hear that. I appreciate your insight on it, and I think that maybe we are thinking about, Saudi Arabia, or whatever, and so we're confused about that. So I appreciate you calling
Yep.
and clearing that up
Use it with
because
Saudi Arabia, where the women wear all black, see only their eyes, but not in Morocco, not at all. Because Morocco has a lot of culture
and a lot of religions. We have Moroccan Jews, we have Christians, we have Muslims. It's a melting pot. So you can see a woman dressed just like a Westerner, and then you can see a woman that's wearing the hijab modestly, and then you see the extreme. But the king has actually banned where you cover your whole face. It's banned in Morocco because it's getting to be too dangerous. You won't know if it's a man or a woman. And I agree with him. So he made the ban. You can cover yourself, dress modestly, put your hijab on, but you cannot cover your face. A lot of people, unfortunately, don't know that. And if she runs out of money, Nicole, like I said, all she has to do is call the embassy, and they will be there, like in the blink of an eye. As far as taxis, Moroccans in linguistics are #1 in the world. They speak at least 5 languages.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
Hmm?
question. Your fellow
Yes,
cousins are asking, can Nicole wear that white wedding dress?
she can, but she will be made fun of, honestly. She can. I mean, no one is going to attack her, but everyone is going to give her the side eye for sure because it's not complimenting to her body type. She can. See, can I tell you a little bit about how Moroccan wedding goes?
Well, I know how the wedding goes.
The bride, I'll do it quick. I know you have a lot of scholars on Moroccan wedding. You dress 5 to 7 times. You keep changing, because we have different cultures and such. And then at the end of the night, she would wear what you call the white dress, the Western style. That's at the end of the night, around like 2 a.m. in the morning when the wedding is over. But I think she should cover at least her shoulders because her breasts are hanging out. It's not a good look. But no one is gonna stone her while she's wearing that. They will give her the side eye though. She will be made fun of, unfortunately.
Well, thank you so much for cleaning that up and clearing that up. We sure do appreciate you, and I love you so much.
Me too, Auntie. Thank you for taking my call. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening, and I'm going to keep watching.
That's right, girl. You better keep on watching. Love you.
I will. Love you too, Auntie.
Bye-bye.
Bye, cousin.
Bye.
Bye.
That was so good. Now, that was good information. Okay, so I am looking for, she said the last, I don't see the last digits, boo, that you gave me in here. Let me see. Okay, caller, I see you on hold. I'm trying to get to you right now. I promise you, I am trying to get to you right now. Right now. Let me tell you, that was some good information. She said 3-1. I don't see that in here. Cynthia, I don't see that. Cynthia, 3126. I don't have a missed call from a ending number 3126. I don't have it. I don't have it, love. I call you on with Auntie. Hello, calling you on with Auntie.
Hello, calling you on with Auntie. Hi, Auntie. It's Cynthia.
Cynthia, you got to turn me down in the background, girl.
I already did, girl. How's it going?
It's going good. Okay. Now let's see what you got to say.
Okay, girl. Girl, I don't even know where to start. So there's so many misconceptions about Morocco and Nicole. And I want to say this before we start, okay? I was a person that had the same thing happen to me that Nicole is going through right now. Now, I like to think that I am a rational, smart, logical human being. But let me tell you something about these Moroccan men. They will do anything to leave Morocco. All right? This is a Muslim country. They're very open. It's very safe there. Again, I was with him and then now I'm married to a Moroccan. What Nicole, I feel bad for Nicole. And the backlash that she gets. Yes, she's immature. Yes, she's spoiled. Yeah, she's popping out of that dress. But I will tell you this. These guys have the finesse of Denzel Washington. Okay? This girl, he is taking advantage of her insecurity to get a green card. Now, I'm not Nicole's weight. I'm not insecure. I have pretty good self-esteem. And he played me just the same way. Thank God I got some sense knocked into me and I was able to leave that scenario. But for me, when I look at Nicole, I'm 33, she's 25. When I look at Nicole, I just see someone that's in love with the idea of, oh, Habibi, Cambrik, all this other stuff that they say to you, you know, all this lovey-dovey bull crap that comes out of their mouth. And the truth of the matter is, as in 99% of these young guys in Morocco have no job prospects. Okay, in Morocco, if you don't have someone to give you a leg up, even to work at the corner store, you're not going to get a job. So the dude is just trying to get his way and finesse his way in here. Now, is she an idiot? Is she immature? Absolutely. But the finesse that goes behind the scenes that happens behind the scenes, it's real. It's real. You know, I've been to Morocco with my child. I have a 6-year-old. I've been there countless times, even before my marriage. And it's safe, you know, like I said, I mean, of course, there's, you know, the dangers of any foreign place that you go to, you know, you stand out or whatnot. But this girl, she needs to get slapped back to reality the way that I was slapped back down to reality. You know, now that I have a Moroccan husband, you know, that's with me for love and everything else, I realize, I mean, this girl, it's so obvious that she's getting taken advantage of. You know what I mean? And she doesn't want to see it because she's blindsided by all this shit that they talk. And girl, let me tell you, when these Moroccan men start talking, girl, the panties just flow out the door without hesitation. It's just going to happen. They just got that, you know. I've been with, you know, black men, you know, Moroccan men, and I tell you, they're right there. They're hung. Like, girl, you have no idea. These Arab men. And then when they start talking, it's a wrap, you know, and I feel bad for her, you know, she's insecure. I try not to bash her too much, but definitely the girl needs some reality checks on a massive scale, you know, and that's my 2 cents on Nicole. You know, I went through with the K1 visa for my first relationship with the Moroccan. And, you know, last minute, I found some shady things just like Nicole. And of course, I stopped it right then and there, you know, and unfortunately, you know, she doesn't have the maturity to see it and she's in love and I don't blame her. I mean, it's crazy. I really don't blame her at all. You know, I see everybody talking about her or whatever, and I get it. But coming from, you know, someone that experienced the same thing, you know, I understand her. You know, as far as dress in Morocco, that dress is not going to fly in Morocco, okay?
When I'm in Morocco, girl, I have to have a crew neck shirt, long sleeves, leggings, a freaking cardigan on top. Other than if you're not dressed modestly, there's going to be an issue, and if she thinks that dress is going to work out there, then she has definitely something else coming to her, because it definitely ain't the case. And that's pretty much it with Azan. I mean, I feel terrible for her, but he's just trying to get that visa out there, and that's it.
Well, I tell you what, Cynthia, honey, you're going to have to email me at aunties2cents@gmail.com so that we can go ahead on and set us up an interview, girl, because I would love to sit and talk to you in detail about that. I have a lawyer who has reached out to me, and she wants to give advice to people about, dating overseas and the K1 visa and the K3 visa process. And we might have to all get up there on Skype, honey, and do us a little information session for some of these women and men who want to date people internationally. You know what I'm saying? But thank you so much for calling. I got another call coming in. Love you, Cynthia.
No problem, Auntie. Thank you. I love you too. You're so sweet. I love your voice. You're awesome.
Thank you. Love
you. So cute. Entertain.
I don't know what I did with that caller. I don't know what I did with that caller. Okay. So y'all come on and call in. I see a whole lot of missed calls that I missed. That was some good information. That's information that we all can sit and, you know what I'm saying, and think about. And I don't want nobody that's going to be having me all spent up. I ain't going to be able to do it. Hi, caller. Hi, caller. You're on with Auntie.
Hello, Auntie, and hello, cousin. I just thought I should call. This is Dr. Lovey. Hi.
Yes, hi, Dr.
Lovey. Hey, Auntie. Hey. I just, I got home early from work, and I just decided to give it a try and call, since I always check the videos kind of late.
Yes, there's a doctor in the house. Okay.
Okay, and this is very interesting. I came in 5 minutes ago and started watching the video, so I missed a lot. So excuse me, but I heard the last two callers, and I just wanted to say something real quick. I'm always kind of on another one, but I think it's kind of unfair to generalize for some of these callers. I mean, yeah, I guess they have the travel experience of going to these countries, but I think it's kind of unfair to generalize men and women of certain countries that they're like this and like that. Yeah, a lot of men are very pressed, but I think, and a lot of women are very desperate, as we see. But these kind of issues are the same issues we have here in the United States. And I think what is going on with all of these people is that people are just unequally yoked, and they are very desperate because they want, unfortunately, it's all about looks. And as we see with a lot of these people, they're trying to get people that are above their league or not out of their league. I think if people, whether they're finding someone abroad or not, they need to find someone who's economically on the same level, physically on the same level, and and other aspects. They're compatible on every different level. I think that, as we see with like Nicole, the whole thing with Nicole and Azan, a lot of people, we have this kind of culture now that you can't really say anything that's derogatory about physical appearance. It's called fat shaming or other types of shaming. But I think that what makes this whole relationship very sensational, whether people want to admit it or not, is that physically they're unequally yoked. Not saying that Azan is like some prince or so, but it just looks really absurd for those two to be together.
It's out there,
and I think that's been the problem. I'm sorry, Auntie.
I see, yes, and you just put it out there, and that is absolutely the truth.
Yeah, and so,
Which was the
when
same,
it comes,
Dr. Lovey.
all these people are very desperate. I'm sorry, Auntie.
Dr. Lovey, it was the same thing with Daniela Muhammad. Here you had this man
Yeah.
who was young and in shape, and then you had this fat,
Mm-hmm.
cross-eyed woman. It was the same thing with Molly and Louise. You got this,
Yeah.
you're right. You're absolutely, I mean, I can admit it. I mean, hey.
Yeah, we want to say, let's just be honest. We want to say, you look good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Beauty is in all sizes and shapes, but let's just be real. We all, I mean, I think most people are attracted to people who look a certain way. That's why, certain kind of these things such as the medical procedures are so popular. People are trying to get this look, and it's all about now like packaging yourself to the best buyer, So I think that with all these people that are on this show, they're all trying to get someone who's physically outside of their league. Even with David and Annie, even though I don't think she's such a beauty queen, the fact that she's younger and in most countries this is I mean in this country it may be very unattainable for him to get such a young woman. I think that these people, these Americans, are taking advantage of the fact that these people are very desperate because of the economic status that they're in. The thing with Molly, though, I know we're not talking about Molly today. Molly is sexy, and
Yes.
I think they had a good sex thing going on, even though she's an older woman and he's younger. She's a very sexy woman, and I like the fun thing. I mean, I think they enjoyed each other's funness because she seems like a very sweet woman. I think that I still think that she's in the wrong after watching the show, because I think that if the man were doing the same thing, saying that this is my house, I didn't watch that part unfortunately, but I saw the preview of like about pushing the door. If this was a man doing the same thing to a woman, I think that we would feel differently. And I do feel that I think she took it. It's very depressing to go from another country to another country and live with a rich, a spouse, and you're not working and you're forced now to take care of their kids. I think Molly should, if she wants a partner, she should treat him like a partner. And I think that she was wrong too. I do think Luis is a player. I do think he is bound to cheat, but I think she's not helping the situation when she has her man acting as a babysitter. That's the role of their father. And yeah, he can help too, but I think she totally tried to make it like, I think she's very insecure because she wanted him in the house, just being Mr. Mom and dicking her down at nighttime, excuse my language. But that's my opinion on that. But anyway, that's out of the topic. I just want to call in because I do think it's not right to say Moroccan men are like this and this. American men are the same. Everywhere same. Everywhere that men have needs and women have. I mean, there's a need, and people know people are desperate. People are going to take advantage. So I think it's just important for everybody to take good care of themselves, look good, so they can get the kind of person they want, and they're equally yoked. So, and they have it going on and marry someone that's also making the same amount of money that you are. So there won't be any people taking advantage of on either aspect or either perspective. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Lovey. I love you,
and
boo.
I love you, cousin. Yeah.
Love you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Keep up the good work.
Okay. Bye. That's my Dr. Lovey. As you all know, Dr. Lovey is the reason why I do 90 Day Fiance. She was the one that told me she wanted me to do it. Okay, so she has a special place in Auntie's heart. Hi, Carly, you're on with Auntie.
Hi, Auntie. How are you?
I'm fine. Who am I speaking with?
This is Raquel B.
Yes, boo. How you doing?
Girl, let me tell you, I put my baby to watch the movie because I just had to call in. How are you, cousins and aunties?
We all doing great, boo. What's going on? What you want us to talk about?
So I just wanted to touch on a topic that I went through myself. When my baby was born, for the first 6 months of her life, I was in Florida and my husband was stationed in PA, in Pennsylvania. So I would have to travel every 2 months when he was allowed with my baby to from Florida to Pennsylvania. And even though my baby was not the same age as me, I felt awful having to do it because it's just a lot to travel on an airplane with a little baby and expose the baby to all those germs and all that stuff. I can't imagine having to fly from the United States to Morocco with a toddler. Like I just couldn't do it. Especially for a man like Evan. And what struck me was that on the phone call that he was asking for the money, he could care less if she was in that airport without money. Like he's traveling from the United States all the way to Morocco. And all he was concerned about was his $200. And she's telling him, well, I need money too, and I need money for bags. Like he didn't care about that. He wanted his money. And I'm just thinking, like, that's here. What's gonna happen there when he's there with May and they don't have any money for French fries? Like, who's gonna get baby May French fries? Like, I'm so disgusted with the parenting right now. Or even flying the little baby all those hours. Like, how many hours is it to Morocco?
I have no idea, but I agree with you on just taking the baby, period. Leave the baby at home.
Yes, I would have left her. Unfortunately, if I'm that pressed to go to be with Evan, I would have left him. And it just, sometimes I feel bad because I want to know what is it inside of her that she just has to be right about this. She has to be right about Evan. And I'm like, I wish Robin Lee would be like my mom, or maybe like you would be, I'm sure, with your daughter. To be like, look, this ain't right. You need to get it together. You need to stop. This is not going to happen. You think my mom would drive me to the airport? Hell no. Would you drive your daughter to the airport?
No.
So that was just my thing. Like, I can't imagine like flying my baby all those miles. I want to say Baby May. I think the whole situation is so sad, and I really hurt for Baby May just to think what she's experiencing over there. That was all I wanted to say. I know everybody's trying to call in. That was just my 2 cents.
Thank you, boo. I appreciate your 2 cents, sweetie. I really do. And I agree with you about Baby May. I think it was unfair to take Baby May, but that's her baby. So, she has legal right to do whatever she wants to, but I wouldn't have taken my baby over there. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't have did it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And just to expose her to all those germs and everything, and among the obvious, just to expose her to all that, like she's too little. She could have stayed in her safe place at home. But anyway, that was all, Auntie. I hope y'all all have a good night. I know my other cousins are calling in.
Love you.
Love you, Auntie. Good night.
Bye-bye. I see that in the comments that a lot of people are saying that Karini is pregnant or is pregnant. We don't know if it's Paul baby or not. But I'm told that her pregnancy picture is out there on Instagram. If it's true, I'll do a review on it. But anyway, y'all, I am going to close the phone lines up because I have to trot my tail to a job in the AM. But I thank you all so much for being here. I really do. If you get an opportunity, again, go to Gypsy Heart Horse Rescue and check out and see what your fellow sister is doing. If you all want to send me something and advertise, your business or whatever you're doing out there in the community to do good, whether or not it's for nonprofit or whatever it is, let me know. Again, there's some big things that are coming up for Auntie in the near future. I will be announcing that real soon. And I thank you all so much for being a part of this marathon. We're going to open up the phone lines again on Thursday as we talk about 90 Day Fiance. Hopefully I'll get some information and we'll be able to um I got one last caller that's coming in. I hate to not take this call. Hold on, y'all. Let me take this last caller. Bless their heart. They must really got something to say. Let me see what this caller gotta say. I hate it. Oh, then they got off the phone. Oh, they gone. Okay. Sorry, caller. But anyway, I love you all. You all have a great week. And I will see you on Thursday as we talk about 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. Also, I am going to be putting up my review this Wednesday. Yes, this Wednesday on Handmaid's Tale. I apologize for not doing it last week. And I love you. Y'all have a wonderful night. And again, thank you for being here. Much prayers for Nicole and baby May. Because Lord Jesus, we all know that they need